Okay, welcome back. So far, we know what exactly is the virtual environment. It's time to practically see how it works. Before we begin, let us first create a folder where we want to build our Django application. So I'm creating a demo project on my desktop. Okay, so simply create a folder on your desktop or wherever you want to create your project. Okay, so I will choose desktop to create my project. I will name it as Django Basic. All right, so let me open this Django basic folder. So in this Django basic folder, we are going to create our basic Django website. All right, so I'm supposing that you already have Python 3 installed on your system. Now you have to install the virtual environment. All right, as I said in the previous video, we create a virtual environment to keep our packages in an isolated place or a separate space so that the packages that are installed on our global scope of your computer does not conflict with the packages that you install for your project. Now let me show you what exactly do I mean by the global scope of your computer. All right. So right now this folder is empty and I hope you have already installed Git Bash on your system. All right. So simply right click on your Django basic folder and open this Git Bash here. Okay. Click on this Git Bash here. This will open up a Git Bash terminal. Here you can run Linux commands. All right. So when I said the global scope of your computer, I want to see what are the packages or what are the Python packages that are already installed on my global scope of my computer. That means I want to see the packages that are installed on my computer. All right. Simply run pip freeze. I'll make it a little bit bigger and hit enter. Okay. As you can see, let me maximize this a little bit. See, as you can see, these are all the packages that are installed on my computer. Okay, so there are a lot of packages I have installed over the years. All right, so I don't need these packages for my test project. All right, so what will I do is I'll create a virtual environment and call it as env. All right, so these packages I don't need for my projects. Okay, so I'll say python -m venv. Okay, so one more thing I want to tell you is that you don't always need to install virtual environment. Okay, so in the recent versions of Python, you will get the virtual environment pre-installed. Okay, you don't need to install it explicitly. What you have to do is you have to simply create it and activate it. All right, but however, if you want to install the virtual environment explicitly, you can say pip install virtual env. Okay, virtual env. You will probably see requirements already satisfied because I hope you guys are using the latest versions of Python. Okay, so if it is already not installed, then this command will install virtual environment for your system. Okay, so that is done. So now next thing is to create a virtual environment. So I'll say python -m venv. Venv means virtual environment, and then space your virtual environment name. Maybe you can call it as env or your name or whatever it is. Okay, it is just the virtual environment name. All right, so simply hit enter. So the moment you hit enter, you notice that one env folder is created here. Okay, so let's wait for this a command to execute properly. Okay, so the command is executed and here you see env folder is created. Okay, so inside this env folder, we have include lib scripts and pyenv.cfg. Anyhow, you are not going to touch these files, but I just want to show you that there is one file called activate.bat. Okay, so this bat file will actually activate your virtual environment. So right now we have just created the virtual environment for our project, but to make it work, we have to activate it. Okay, so you have installed the virtual environment. That doesn't mean that you have already created. So you have just created the virtual environment. Now you have to activate it. So to activate it, what you have to do is source env. Env is your virtual environment name. Okay, so if it is different in your case, just name it whatever the virtual environment name you have created, I mean given. Okay, so source env / scripts. Okay, scripts means this scripts. I'm navigating to this scripts folder through this terminal, and again / I want to navigate to activate, because if you see scripts folder, and if you open this, you see this activate, right? Activate.bat. So you don't have to give activate.bat, you just simply say activate. Now hit enter. Okay, so you can see env on top of my computer name, right? So this means your virtual environment is activated, but some of you guys might not see this scripts. Instead you will see bin folder. Okay, so this happens when you use Mac. All right, so if you're using Mac, you will, instead of this script folder, you will get a bin folder. Okay, so in that case, what you have to do to activate the virtual environment on your Mac, you have to simply say bin. Okay, source env bin script, activate. So hit enter and your virtual environment will be activated on Mac. So currently I'm using Windows, that's why I'm running this scripts command. Okay, let me clear this. Okay, when you see env on top of your computer name, that means your virtual environment is activated. Now if you run pip freeze, you will not see anything. Okay, so that means, let me just clear it. Okay, so I will run pip freeze again. I will run pip freeze again, and you see there are no virtual environment installed in this particular virtual environment. Okay, so it is a fresh space. Okay, so if you come out of this virtual environment, that means if you deactivate this virtual environment, you will not see this env. Okay, you will not see any env on top of your computer name. Now if you run pip freeze, all the packages that are installed on your computer will be listed. Okay, pip freeze will just actually list down all the packages that are installed on your system. Okay, so that's why we use pip freeze. And now again I will go inside my virtual environment by running source env scripts activate. Okay, so currently I don't have anything inside my virtual environment, so it is a fresh virtual environment. Now for my project, what I need is, I need a Django, right? See, make sure your virtual environment is activated all the time whenever you are working on your project. Okay, so when the virtual environment is activated, simply run pip install Django. Okay, pip install Django. So it will install the latest version of Django. All right, latest version of Django, and simply hit enter. Okay, Django is installed now. So now if you run pip freeze, okay, if you run pip freeze, you can see Django is listed here. Okay, so Django version 4.1.5 is installed in this virtual environment with the name env. Okay, so now let me make it a little bit bigger. So okay, so don't worry about this ASG IREF and backports and SQL pass TZ data and all, because those are the dependency packages of Django, and those packages will get installed when you install Django. Okay, so currently while recording this video, 4.1.5 Django is the latest version. All right, so right now in my new virtual environment, only these things are installed. Okay, if you come out of this again, and you run pip freeze, so many other things are installed. Okay, so many other things are installed, as you can see here. So in here Django 4.0.3 is installed. Okay, in my global scope Django 4.0.3 is installed, but I don't want that 4.0.3 for my project, so that's why I installed the latest version of Django for my project. Okay, so inside the virtual environment. So that's it for this video, and in the next one we will create our Django project. Okay, thank you.